You know, Benji, I thought Benji's girlfriend was fun.
I told you there was a split down the middle.
Yeah, the women hated her.
The guys were all saying, way to go, Benji, and the women were in shock.
Yeah, well, it turns out, I just happened to hear this report. This is, Shuli did a report and interviewed Tracy. You know Tracy, who called Grillo a douche?
Yes.
Well, he interviewed Tracy, and Tracy evidently was disgusted with Benji because of... Did you know this, Benji, that she's disgusted with you because of your holiday date?
I didn't hear the news report, but yesterday, yeah, she was really angry at me. Wow. And
she said she doesn't even want to, like, see you anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of women had a negative reaction.
You know, and I get right down to it. I wasn't pleased with his behavior.
What did I do, Rob?
Rob. What did I do, Rob?
I think we could be familiar with one another.
Rob.
I just thought it was unfitting.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, you know, there's going to be ladies there and stuff. I said, you really sure you want to bring this girl?
Yeah, that wasn't one of your all-male stripper parties.
Yeah. Guys don't understand that. And I guess, like, a lot of the women objected because, like, a lot of times, like, I think it's cute. She's always, like, holding her vagina.
I really didn't see
like
that.
She'll bunch her dress up.
Like a 5-year-old.
She, like, kind of takes her dress and, like, pushes it up and then holds her vagina. I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a man.
I really didn't see that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I loved it.
You were busy doing other things.
And even Beth said to me, she thinks the girl was, like, kind of stroking your, like over your pants, but stroking your cock sitting at the table.
Okay, that's a fact. I'm going to tell you a great story right now.
Why is that a fact?
Because I'll tell you, Will told me the story. Will and his wife were sitting at the table, and Will said she started stroking his dick under the table, and Will looked, and Will's wife, like, punched him and got mad at him, and they had to get him going to the table.
I don't think she was. I think she was...
You know,
Benji, you know if she did.
No, but I don't think...
Did she stroke your cock over your pants?
No. Her hand was on my leg, and she was kissing me a little bit, but she didn't...
On my leg.
My leg.
I think she was winding her watch.
I know a lot of the women seem to have the impression that she was stroking your cock.
Yeah, the women
know.
The women were upset, because I didn't even realize until I went home on Monday afterwards. Like, I didn't remember Mary saying anything to me about it. And then
Tracy went berserk on the news. Listen to this. Here's Tracy.
How's it changed things for you back at work now?
If you want to ask me about Benji, ask me about Benji, Shuli, because that's what you came in here to do.
Everyone calm down. That's Tracy Millman, office manager, Stern Show. And she cannot keep quiet any longer about Benji and his date's actions at the Christmas party over the break.
I think the way he handled himself at that party was completely disrespectful. We weren't at a strip club. This was hosted by his boss and his wife. It's disrespectful to Howard. It was disrespectful to Beth. It was disrespectful to every wife that was there. You have no class. This is a girl who spent the entire night touching her vagina.
You say it like it's a bad thing. In all seriousness, it has changed a lot for Tracy interacting with Benji here at work. And now you see him in the halls here. I mean, you instantly go back to that night and the actions that went down, and you don't even want to touch anything he said.
You think I want to touch that thing? You think I want that hand anywhere near me? You think I want him anywhere near me? No. I always thought it was all shtick, but now I realize he's just really that much of a fucking idiot.
Feel the love, everyone. Wow. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you turned off some of the gals.
Well, that's unfortunate. We had a nice time. But
not everybody, Benji.
Half the things I've heard, everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't see that, but people told me that." And
no, I don't know. Like Beth wasn't being so judgmental, but she said she thought it was a little. She wasn't too thrilled either.
Yeah, my wife was sort of bugged about it. Look, when we walked in, here's the funny thing: when you walked in, Benji and his date were sitting at a table, like ridiculously well behaved, sitting there and everything. And then as the night went on, she got a little nuttier. And
do you think some of the women, though, were jealous? Because Benji's girlfriend did look really sexy in that little outfit.
I don't think they cared how... There are plenty of beautiful women at the party.
Yeah, right. Beth is beautiful. Nobody's mad at her.
But it was just the inappropriate behavior. It was just like... Look, we hear the show, but we didn't... This was a party for the people who work on the show and their wives. And so it wasn't about doing one of the Howard Stern afternoon stripper parties.
Right.
They thought it would be a safe environment to come and enjoy and hang out. And then all of a sudden there was a sex show going on.
It wasn't a sex show.
It was very sexual because I even have pictures of you guys. Her dress is hiked all the way up and she's on your lap.
That probably happened after...
I do have pictures of that.
A lot of guys were inappropriate and, like, just grabbing at her and stuff.
That's true.
What?
And I didn't...
Yeah, that's true.
Guys just grabbed at her?
Yeah.
Like who?
They were... I'm not going to say names because half the names I didn't know.
No, you can't say the name.
A lot of guys wanted to dance with her. That I did see. I didn't see anybody grab her, but I did see people dancing with her.
Grabbing at her. They were
but she jumped up on the guys, too.
Well, she jumped up on Ronnie when he was dancing with her.
Right.
But that was... after Ronnie had tackled her, but a million other things.
Right.
Tackled her. But she had fun.
She seemed like she was into it. If he tackled her and then she jumped on him, it kind of sounds like she's into it.
Like, I know none of the guys were offended, but some of the women were.
I told you it was split right down the middle.
Like, I enjoyed her presence.
Robin, I absolutely love Phelan. Were you upset that he's ripping people's shirts?
No.
Okay.
He was ripping guys' shirts that he knows.
Okay.
Yeah. I found it gay, but I didn't think it was offensive.
They didn't tongue each other.
Yeah. But anyway, so
I didn't tongue her once at the party.
No?
No, she was kissing me a little bit on the neck.
Yeah. Hey, listen, dude, I was
walking to the bathroom a couple times, and I was laughing because I thought it was funny. You guys looked like you were practically humping by the bathroom.
Yeah, it looked pretty sexual.
Yeah, Benji, you have no idea what it looked like.
What Benji says happened and what everybody else saw seems to be two different things.
So I think for Benji, it was kind of like no one ever sees Benji as sexual.
Right.
And suddenly he had an opportunity.
I think it was
And I think he was very proud.
Yeah. I think you were really into showing her off and showing off that you were intimate with her.
No.
And that you can get a hot chick.
I can get a hot chick. Yeah, I was proud to have her as my date.
Right. All right. Well, I'm just saying a lot of ladies were turned off to you.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, he's not sorry.
All right, let's go to Bill. Bill, you're on the air, and let's take a few phone calls before we run out of time. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, now, Howard, I'm the guy that called before the party telling you that Benji just didn't want to go but wouldn't cause a rift. And I got to tell you, Tracy's absolutely freaking right. Very disrespectful, almost like vengeance, like he did it on purpose because he knows, to bring that skank to a family, almost like a family function, was ridiculous.
Well, I don't know that she's that.
And she's not.
Of course. What else would you call a broad that's flaunting herself and good? I mean, I don't want to say just because she's with Benji, but, I mean, really.
I don't know. I just know that the guys dug her and the girls didn't.
I was sitting right next to Scott DePace when he was like, good for Benji, and his wife Pam was on his other side, and she poked him. And he said, well, I mean, you don't take her home.
All right.
Yeah, you take her home.
Yeah, it was disrespectful for the other woman. That's what
Beth thought it was disrespectful. Like all the women thought the same thing.
Yeah, it was a 50-50 split.
And it's hysterical. The whole thing's, I'll play all of that, too.
All right.
That's really great. I might have to give Tracy her own show.
Where she just tells people off?
Yeah, well, I just got this email. Yeah, like Judge Judy without all the bullshit court case. Just get her in there.
Or Dr. Phil. She's like the real deal.
Yeah, Dr. Phil, where she straightens you out. Yeah, she could straighten you out. Some guy wrote me a letter and said, no way Tracy could be in a relationship with a guy or married to a guy, is it? Because when she's yelling at Benji, every guy's balls shrivel up.
Well, she has a boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He was at the party.
This guy was convinced that if Tracy yells at somebody, that's it. It's funny. I love Tracy, but she gave it to Benji good. And she was right in this sense. I think Benji's in a little bit of denial what went on that night.
Yeah, in a great deal of denial.
Even Ralph sent in a picture he took of, Benji's gal who is, live wire. I like her. I mean, I'm a guy. Yeah, she's lively. She's a very attractive young lady. And certainly, she can go to any party I want. Right. Any party I go to as long as it's just guys. It's like... But Tracy was kind of right on, Benji. I mean, your girl was, she was doing some provocative things. She had to dress up. She was constantly, I kept watching her bunch up the dress and pull it up and then, kind of have her hands near her vagina. I did. I saw it, too. I didn't focus on her the whole night.
I was angry at Tracy for... She repeated a bunch of times saying something that she said someone told her, which wasn't true. And that's what I was mad at her about.
In other words,
which was going a lot further than that.
Yeah.
No, she
was upset because a lot of people saw stuff, and she's a girl, and, she was there at a classy party. She didn't know it was going to be like a strip club. That's what the girls are basically saying. That's what Robin explained to me.
Listen, I had a lot of fun, and I'm sorry if...
Well, that's all that matters, Benji.
I wasn't done. If anything I did or my date did made it you have less fun, I apologize.
And Tracy had a good point. Like, you ask her to tell you what's on her mind, then she starts telling you, and then you start yelling at her, and she said, well, you asked me to tell you, and then you yell over me.
Well, I don't remember the details.
What do you want to hear first, Mariah Carey or Benji and Tracy?
Jesus, Benji and Tracy sounds very compelling.
Wrap-up show, home run, A+ yesterday. I'm sitting there going, boy, this is a good argument. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's on Gary page 1. No, Gary page 2. There we go. Okay. So I won't give you much preamble. You get the whole thing.
All right.
I don't care about groping. We're all adults. You can grope. You can kiss. People have their own idea of PDA. But when multiple women saw you fingering your girlfriend...
Tracy, what did you see?
Benji,
I swear,
Will you let me finish?
No, one
this is why I don't discuss it with you, because you're not going to let me finish.
If multiple people saw you taking a shit on the floor,
okay,
it didn't happen.
I'm not talking about guys in the studio who have fun with this bullshit and make it all up. I'm talking about women that I know and I'm friends with and I respect over a guy who walks around making shtick about everything.
Tracy, you did not see it, but you're telling other people that it happened.
Benji, everyone told me. I didn't tell anyone. Everyone told me.
Will, did she tell you that happened?
I wasn't even here the first week back. I was on vacation visiting my parents. Everyone discussed this
I will
before
tell you
me.
this. I will tell you this, that I never spoke to Tracy. Tracy was gone. When I came in on Friday, several people told me they thought that happened. Not Tracy.
I swear on my fucking life, I did not put my fingers inside her at the party. I did not come close. My fingers weren't anywhere. I did not finger. I swear on my fucking life, I'll take a lie detector test. I absolutely don't. And I'd like to see someone that saw it. Why doesn't one person say I'm the one that saw it?
I'm not bringing other people that do not work for the show into this conversation. But Benji, at the end of the day, you and I are both at the age where we don't have to be friends and we don't have to, Tracy, get along with each other. Listen, I will work with you. I will give you your Sharpies when you need them. We don't have to be friends. I don't know why it's a big deal.
Because you aggressively act in a very mean way, and I don't think
Benji, I don't even deal with you. What are you talking about?
Well, when I walk by in the hall, you're like,
for the 7th day in a row, unless you're taking shit out of Blondin. Benji, I don't even acknowledge you. You sound like a fucking idiot.
Well, that's what you were like to me in the halls, Tracy. And
Benji, I saw you one time yesterday. That was it. When we had it out.
Like a bulldog.
Like a fucking idiot. What do you want me to tell you, Benji?
Well, you know what?
Don't sit there and glare at me. Don't call me a fucking bulldog. I'm telling you, I'm going to walk away, and we're going to be done, and we're not going to discuss it again. So if you want to fucking call me a bulldog, bring it into my office, and we'll bring it up. Don't be a fucking pussy. Don't be a fucking baby, and don't make it worse than you're already making it. Are you asking me to step outside? Benji, if you stepped outside with me, I swear to God, I would fucking cut your dick off. Oh, don't think for a second I wouldn't do it. Done. I'm with you with my interns in human resources. Bye, Benji.
So anyway,
whoa.
Well, first of all, when you're having an argument with a lady, never say anything related to dog. Don't call a woman a bulldog.
I apologize for that.
That's the worst thing you could do.
And it was taken in, I didn't mean it to sound like that.
Yeah, I know.
And
you said
apologize.
I know, but women hear it a different way. Yeah. That's number one I'm going to teach you. Then Benji got all
And he doesn't think he was inappropriate at the party. He doesn't know how to argue with a woman either.
Well, anyway, Benji's like a drowning man in that conversation. Now you know how Gorilla felt.
He went for that lifesaver.
Yeah.
Oh, I just because someone's yelling at you, I don't think that means they're correct. And, let them.
But there are ways to argue, Benji.
Okay. Well, what would be a better way?
not the way you did it.
Why are you calling her names? Just argue the points.
Well, I didn't like the way I felt she'd been treating me.
Well, anyway, so Tracy leaves, and I don't know if you could hear in the background, she said, I have to, she has a new batch of interns, and every time new interns come in here, Human Resources has a meeting with them. So Tracy goes, I have to leave now. I got to go meet with Human Resources with the interns. Benji interprets it that Tracy's going to Human Resources.
About him?
About him fingering his girlfriend at the party. Then Benji freaks out on the air. Listen to this.
I think I've always treated Tracy nicely. And Tracy is one of those people that she sometimes treats people in a real angry, I think, not nice manner.
Does she treat you that way, other than this issue?
Yeah, often. And I've always really tried to be friendly with her, but she's always not. But again, I'm not.
This is the upset Benji. Listen to that
voice.
Right
now.
Yeah.
Now we got sincere Benji.
Sincere Benji.
He's under a lot of stress.
He really is. He's going to crack.
I'm going to not stop being friendly to her. Or I won't stop acting to her in a polite manner at work. Or anywhere.
There's only 11.5 months left. Just do your best.
But I don't think it's right. But we're sitting here having this argument on the air, and then, I'm going to Human Resources.
No, she meant
she was going to do her orientation.
She was going to do orientation, and she had to go meet.
No, she said, I'm going to go talk.
No, that's what she meant. Benji, you're wrong. I know for a fact. She's in there with the interns right now, and Human Resources is there. So she goes, I'm going to go deal with my interns in Human Resources.
Okay.
Benji thought he was getting called down to the principal's office. Everybody shakes in their pants when human resources is called in. Yeah.
You know, Benji's so funny because he is like socially awkward at times. So we're walking back from the wrap-up show, and I hear like a noise behind me. He's like, Gary. So I look around at Benji. He goes, listen. He pulled me to the side. He was genuinely upset. He doesn't he really doesn't like conflict, oddly. Right. And he said, listen, you know, I see Tracy's really upset, so please, if you could go to her, apologize, tell her I'm sorry for the bulldog comment, I really didn't mean that or whatever. Right. I went to Tracy, and she's like, wanted no part of it at all.
She wants no part of Benji.
It was great. She said something like, she goes, really? I can't believe for 1 fucking millimeter of 1 second I might have felt bad for him.
Well, then Ralph calls him because Ralph had his camera out at the party, and he took a picture.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah. So Benji, even though Ralph's saying, look, he sent in the picture, he showed it to Gary, and it's proof positive of what Ralph was saying, Benji still
is denying that it happened?
That's right.
Wait, denying what happened?
Not the fingering, but listen to the clip.
Benji, you are in denial. I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that girl. I mean, everybody wanted to bang her. She was super hot. She was my greatest memory of the party. But, dude, I mean, I've got this picture of her with her. I don't even want to say, but you know what she was doing, and she got crazy, and she's lifting her skirt up. Don't sit there and deny that she was crazy,
But, Ralph, they're saying that I fingered her, which it's
absolutely... No, I think aren't you sort of denying everything, that she was inappropriate?
He's saying that she wasn't inappropriate, but Ralph brings up a good point. If she wasn't acting inappropriately, what was it that you were trying to stop her from doing?
Nothing.
I heard she was lifting her skirt and touching her vag.
Yeah.
She did not touch her vag.
Really?
Ralph, what is she doing in the picture?
Lifting up a skirt and touching her vag.
So then Ralph sends the picture into the wrap-up show, and Gary's looking at it, and they feel it's a picture of her lifting up her skirt and touching her vag.
Yes.
John is showing the picture to Benji, and Benji, the only way I can describe it is he looks perplexed. Like pretending he can't see. He just asked John to make the vagina bigger.
I think you can see, but this is when she fell down.
Oh, stop. You know what?
She did.
Listen. All right, you're just
no, I'm being serious.
He's so bad.
She often falls down with her hands on her vagina.
I can't even see, like, God says, which way am I supposed to hold this up? This is the top of the picture?
I don't know.
This is so bizarre. Oh, so that's one leg and that's the other leg. And who's that? That's Benji trying to get it. Oh, oh my God. She's like looks like almost like on a sofa. And she's got, on a banquette, she's got her head like against the wall. And she's got one leg up in the air. Her skirt is up. And she's got her hand on her vagina and her underwear pulled to the side. But the best part of the picture is all you see is Benji's arm trying to get her leg down. Benji, it's proving two things. She was there touching her vagina and you were trying to stop her.
Yeah. That's not crazy, Benji.
What?
She didn't fall.
Exhibit A.
Yes, she did.
You don't hold Benji. Don't insult us.
No, I'm not insulting.
But you really are. You don't hold one arm against the wall while one leg's on the ground and one leg's up in the air, and she's pulling the fucking. When you fall, you're falling down and one hand's on your underwear. I mean, Benji, come on.
Garrett, if I can take you pictures of people falling and their hands will be everywhere.
But she's pulling her underwear to the side. For God's sake.
I've seen the picture, and I said to Ralph, it looks to me like she wasn't wearing underwear.
Right.
And he said she's pulling it to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Howard.
Yeah.
What's
the big deal? She's hot, and she's crazy. She loves fun. Guys aren't complaining.
She is fun.
It's the girls, and Tracy was giving you the girls' point of view.
But that picture, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes.
No, did you see it when it happened?
No, I saw the picture.
You were standing right behind me. That's when we were doing karaoke. That's when she did lift her skirt up, and it was it was a Marilyn Monroe-ish way.
I got to tell you, I saw
Marilyn Monroe was trying to keep her skirt down. It was the wind blowing up her skirt.
She wasn't lifting it.
Okay. But anyway,
he's blown by that comment. No, but what I did see...
There was a great at the
several
party.
times you go from a really cute move, which if like I was in a strip club, I'd heap hundreds on her. She had a really cute little short dress on, and then she would like grab the bottom of the dress and bunch it up and like pull it up and then like punch all the material near her vag. Like it was a really cute move. But it's not very typical. Like Tracey wouldn't do that, and Robin wouldn't do that.
I think she was really trying to keep her... That point, when she was pushing it in, I think she was trying to keep her skirt down. But
who was pushing it up?
No.
It was a short skirt, Ralph.
Oh, yeah.
But
that photo that Ralph took...
Yeah. Now, I mean, listen, I don't recall seeing that moment.
You were right behind it.
Possibly, but I'm being honest.
We were all being a little bit roughhousing, and she was falling in that picture.
I don't know. I didn't see her fall.
What's that got to do with the
and Ralph sitting there underneath it?
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Anyway, listen, I think she's really nice. And she's
your girl. Who cares what, we don't care.
Yeah,
she's your girl.
Yeah, but
you guys got a reaction from the women at the party.
But the fingering, I got mad when people
Yeah, well, I never saw you fingering her. I've heard reports that you did, but I also heard reports that you were getting your balls and dick rubbed over your pants.
I wasn't.
Okay, well, that's what I heard.
But it's all these people saying they heard stuff. No one's coming in,
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into it.
All right. Anyway, it was a great party.
I mean, even Beth thought she saw at one point her sitting on your lap. It kind of appeared like she was rubbing your cock, according to her. But she,
she wasn't.
Whatever was going on, it was pretty. It was provocative.
Even if it appeared that way, I apologize.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't need an apology.
Why are you apologizing?
Yeah. If it didn't happen.
I'm apologizing if it appeared that way. I said, Fred.
Oh.
You can't apologize for something that appears.
Appearances, yeah.
There was a lot going on. There was a lot of, as I think Tracey put it well, PDA, public display of affection.
I didn't...
Very over the top.
I got mad at when people are calling her names, which I'm not going to repeat the names, but they were calling her names, and I didn't think...
At the party?
No, since the party.
Oh.
And I didn't think relative to what was going on at the party, it was that out of line.
Oh, God.
That's your particular craziness.
What was going on at the party?
I don't recall anybody else making out at that party.
Okay.
There's only two people I saw, and that was you and your girlfriend.
We talked about it, like Brian ripping people's shirts apart.
There was nothing sexual about him ripping those shirts.
Ronnie was laying on top of his girlfriend.
But you keep saying that, but I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
And nobody was talking
seemed like everywhere I looked that night, you were on top of your girlfriend.
A lot of wives been like,
what the fuck are you talking about, man?
I have no problem with
this fucking shit now, right?
Ronnie, you weren't laying down on top of your girlfriend's
headphones.
Go ahead, let's hear what you got to say.
What is he bringing me into it for?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Wait a minute, dude. Hold on 1 second. The difference between fingering your fucking girlfriend and hugging a girl and giving her a kiss are two different fucking things, pal. I wasn't laying on top of anybody.
I saw you.
Where? Where was I laying? Where?
I can go to the specific table where you were doing it at, Ronnie.
I was laying...
Did your tooth just come out?
Yeah, my tooth came out. What's your gum came out? What do you mean I was laying? I was sitting with her.
You lay down on top of her.
You're full of shit.
I swear on my life I'm not.
Get me pictures. Get me fucking pictures.
Well, you know what? Howard asked us not to take pictures. I didn't take any pictures.
Tracy's right. You're such a fucking asshole. You really are. You're a real fucking dick. Admit to it that you were fucking around with your girlfriend there, and that's the end of it.
Ronnie, that has nothing to do with... Yeah, you were fucking around with her.
That you were. That you were.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you know, Benji, your stick is so fucking burnt out already. Ronnie, your stick is burnt out.
Did you lay on top of your girlfriend and were making out with her?
No, I wasn't laying on top of her. I had my arm around her. I was walking around holding her hand.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think there's anything
I wasn't laying on top of her. I wasn't in bed, okay?
Well, there wasn't a bed there.
I wasn't laying on top of her.
Honest you were.
No, I wasn't.
Honest you were.
No, I wasn't. There was no place to lay down. What are you talking about?
You don't have that big of a body. You're
fucked up. You really are fucked up. There's something wrong with you, man. There really is something wrong with you. You got major issues in your fucking head.
What are you mad about this for?
Because right away you're going to bring other people into it when you're the one who's fucked up.
But I'm saying relative to other things that were going on.
What Brian Phelan did was nothing. He wasn't fingering his wife there.
I'm saying...
He wasn't...
Or your girlfriend, his wife wasn't sitting there with her fucking legs spread open, pulling her panties to the side.
And neither was
okay? Let me pick up my fucking gum now.
I thought your teeth fell out.
Teeth were flying.
Right away you bring somebody else into it. Take your shit and forget about it.
Ronnie,
I'm saying... Don't bring me into it. Don't fucking bring me into it.
You were there.
But I had nothing to do with it.
And I'm saying I had no
Just
problem.
because your girlfriend jumped all over me, that's not my fucking problem, pal.
I had
That's
no
your
problem with
problem.
that either. She was having fun.
Okay?
She straddled you. I saw it.
I had no problem with
Don't bring me into it.
I did, though.
Don't bring me into it, okay?
I'm going to.
Take your own shit and fucking worry about yourself.
I'm saying relative
Leave
to the
me
other
out of
behavior,
it.
I don't want to.
Well, fuck yourself then, okay?
I can't do that.
Now don't fucking talk to me either.
You're losing friends rapidly.
Ronnie.
Anyway, I had a nice time.
You know, Ronnie makes a good point.
Right.
You know, listen, you're the guy on the hot seat.
Right.
And then 2 seconds later, you go, Ronnie was laying on top of his girlfriend. I didn't see that.
Right now, he's drowning and he's desperate.
Yeah, and I haven't
he's
heard that from...
scrambling for anything he can do to get
Ronnie
himself
makes a
out of
good
the
point.
hot seat.
You and your girlfriend were doing a lot of public displays of affection. Embrace it. Say, I did it, and I liked it. I didn't finger her. She didn't touch my cock. But we were very,
It might have looked that way.
We were very
We
physical.
had a lot of fun.
And whoever had a problem with it, sorry, that's the way I roll. That's
He's
what you
saying
say.
he felt that he was perfectly appropriate, judging by what was going on at the party. Where else was anything like this going on?
The point is, when you're a man, you don't turn around and say, oh, Ronnie was on top of his girlfriend. Listen,
No,
dude,
you take responsibility.
We never
you know
do
what
that
you
here.
were doing. Stop denying it.
I'm not... No,
Your girlfriend's very beautiful, very sexual.
All I'm denying is what you call, like, the...
All right, you did not. You say you didn't finger her, and she didn't rub your cock. So we know. That's all you do. You don't. That's the same with Tracy. You just go, Tracy. Look, I was definitely into this chick. That's how I roll. I'm a very sexual man. I'm a big player. And guess what? I didn't finger her. She didn't rub my cock. But if she had, I fucking would have loved it.
You said that very eloquently.
That's how you do it.
I like it.
And then you move on.
All right.
You don't go, Ronnie was on top of his girlfriend. Who gives a
Yeah,
fuck?
I mean, what's that got to do with anything?
What's it got to do with? Because I was just describing...
What are you defending yourself so much?
But not only that, you weren't doing that because other people were doing it.
Guess what you're being accused of? Having a date with an incredibly hot chick. Gee, that's awful. That's terrible. Sure,
but he's acting as if he was doing what he was doing because everybody else was doing something.
No, I'm not. And I'm not
Benji,
saying
here's
that's
what
why.
I would do. I'd say, I wish that girl was rubbing my cock. That's what I would say.
All right. That's good.
And you want to know something?
And every guy there was into the whole thing, and the girls aren't. That's the way life is. They're going to be offended. Girls don't like that shit because they're all proper and crap.
That's why you don't see a lot of them at strip clubs.
Right. They can't stand that stuff. Say, hey, listen, girls, I'm into a scene, man. I got shit going down. You don't like it? You want to roll with Benji?
No, they don't want to roll with Benji, actually.
This girl does. You got to get yourself under control. You don't throw Ronnie under the bus and start screaming how he's laying on top of his girlfriend. What do you care?
I don't. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it.
There you go. So keep quiet.
So then there's nothing wrong with you fingering your girlfriend.
He saw Ronnie laying on his girlfriend, so he started fingering his.
You should tell all the ladies in the room.
Well, maybe it were because in the context, Ronnie was on top of his girlfriend and Brian Phelan was inappropriate.
You should say, I wish I was fingering my girlfriend. I should have. And I should have had my thumb up her ass. That's it. Embrace it.
All right.
You had the night. They didn't.
All right.
A lot of these girls, went home horny. Your girl didn't.
No.
No, she never does.
See? They get angry. But you can't defend yourself. You embrace it. You're now a high roller.
You're a lover.
Yeah. I don't know what you're getting so freaked out about. Blaming Ronnie and laying on top of his girl.
I was just
Who
saying...
cares what Ronnie's up to?
And it's irrelevant.
There was no atmosphere, Benji. The atmosphere was light and fun, except for you.
Right.
All right.
You were into a whole scene there, man. It was like
You weren't at the party.
You were hardcore.
And I was like, whoa.
You were in the girl.
I was, yeah. And don't say the girl was falling down and grabbed her panties and pulled them to the side. Your girl's hot. She loves showing her body. She was in here naked twice. She loves it. She likes being provocative.
She wasn't nervous at all.
The fact that you could wrangle a chick like that and keep her under your spell, I'm impressed. I mean, that ain't a chick that's easy to hold on to. The fact that you go home and read children's stories to her is impressive.
And then get a blowjob.
Right. Embrace. No guy here is faulting you. But don't, in the middle of an argument with girls, don't go, Ronnie was laying on top of his... So what?
Sounds like a 6-year-old at the playground.
That's all, man. You're rolling, man. You got some action going. First time in your life. These people are seeing you in a new light. They're like, look at Benji, is sexy.
I'm Warren Beatty Bronk.
Yeah. You're like Warren Beatty. in Shampoo. Go watch that movie. You've probably never seen it. You reminded me of Warren Beatty in Shampoo.
I don't have to see it. I'm living it.
You're a pudgy Warren Beatty.
That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
I'm Warren Beatty who fell into a trash compactor.
You're a bald Warren Beatty with
a trash compactor.
I'm a trash compactor Warren Beatty.
You're Warren Beatty with a ski cap.
Now, I don't know what that is. He's got some sort of babushka on his head.
Yeah, he's got a thing going where he wears a ski cap even with a suit at the party.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Part of his look.
It was like 100 degrees in there and he's wearing a ski cap.
He's Warren Beatty, all right.
Yeah, Warren Beatty. He's got his own thing going, man. But your girl is provocative. She's sexual. You gotta, man, you...
Well, these are nice words for that.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't provocative.
All right.
You're
and then a lot of people were using mean words, and I didn't like that.
But she wasn't. He's
it
lying to you. It wasn't provocative.
All right.
You're in a whole new league, man. You're a splotchy skinned Mick Jagger.
I'm George Ballooney.
Ballooney.
He's not George Clooney.
He's George Ballooney.
I'm George Ballooney.
All right.
I'm as round as a balloon.
King of all blacks, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I think you're absolutely right. But I think that Gary and Ralph and them were a little jealous of
You sure were.
You weren't, Howard, because you see what's happening and all that. He's having a good time. But the rest of them was jealous of him.
A lot of the guys were.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, there's Sal sitting there with his wife who doesn't even want to be near him. And he sees this hot firecracker who's pulling her panties to the side.
Well, Benji said people were grabbing at her. Who was grabbing at her?
Ronnie was dancing with her, and she straddled him. She jumped up into his...
I saw that.
Yeah, she didn't
but I never saw anybody grabbing her.
But Benji felt that he was losing control of his girl.
No, not with
And I stepped in. I said, Benji, you need some help here?
She was having fun dancing with Ronnie. I have no problem with that.
I saw you standing there. So Benji's like, he's hovering over them dancing. And I said to Ronnie, okay, enough.
Howard,
I sent her back to Benji to help the guy out. I see he's in over his head with that girl.
The only reason
he doesn't know how to control his woman.
No, the only reason I was hovering at that point was because I was worried that it would get out of control.
Yeah, I turned to Benji.
And that you would get mad at something that happened.
No.
That's why I was upset.
I saw Ronnie was working his mojo on the girl.
Right.
And she was digging it.
Ronnie?
Yeah.
He's got mojo.
He's got moves. Don't ask me how. But she jumped up into his arms, straddled him, and he was holding her. And I look over at Benji and I said to myself, it was like a scene out of The Godfather, and I was talking to Fredo. I says, Benji, can you handle your woman?
And get your wife under control.
Exactly. No, I said, listen, I said he was losing control. I said, let me step in. So I said, Ronnie, let the girl go back to Benji. And then, because Ronnie clearly had her under his spell.
Right.
And it would have been embarrassing to Benji to lose his woman to Ronnie at the party.
Ronnie of all people.
Right. So, I helped Benji out as man to man. I saw he needed a little help. This is new order for Benji. He doesn't get this kind of sexual attention at parties often.
He might have not known what to do.
The kid's 45 years old, and I don't think he's ever had this kind of sexual attention at a party.
Yeah, but if she did that to Ronnie, that doesn't qualify her as Benji's girlfriend.
Well, look.
She was dancing with Ronnie, and she was having fun.
It was a dirty dance. Let's describe it this way. The two of them were dirty dancers.
She jumped up into his arms. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
But she had her legs wrapped around him.
She was straddling him, and she her whole bottom was sticking out.
Benji,
she was having fun. I had no problem with that.
Benji, again, you're arguing.
I had no problem with it.
You did.
Honest, I did. The only...
Benji, you had a problem with it. You were getting a little jealous.
No, I
handled it. It made you look bad.
I wasn't feeling jealous at all.
Yeah, but you should have yelled at her, not Ronnie.
I wasn't King.
I was there for this. Listen, it made him, in my eyes, if my woman is straddling another man at the party,
she wasn't straddling
and he's
him.
standing,
She was dancing with him.
Shut up. And he's standing there.
Watch it. You played it the other day. You know what happened, Howard.
Listen.
Yeah, but Benji
is standing. Benji's standing.
King, I have no problem with someone dancing with Ronnie. They were having fun. I had no problem with it.
All right, I'm done with this subject. He won't let me talk. He just keeps yelling out the same stupid thing. Listen, here's what happened. She was dirty dancing with Ronnie. Ronnie was working his magic. Benji, if a guy doesn't care, he walks away. Benji stayed within 3 inches of the girl and Ronnie staring like a mental patient while Ronnie's having his way with the girl.
Because he was being cuckolded.
Yeah, cuckolded.
I
exactly.
wasn't jealous, Howard.
So, okay.
I really wasn't.
Well noted. So I'm looking this situation over, and I said, look, this poor bastard's finally got some sexual attention.
Yeah.
He's being humiliated right now.
Here it is. Watch it.
Yeah, there it is. Go watch it. They'll be on. Put it on Howard TV. There it is. There's Ronnie. Now he's got her. They're dancing. Now she's
She's wrapping her arms around him.
And look where Benji is. And look. Benji's standing there like a schlub. Now she's going to jump up on Ronnie and straddle him. She's gorgeous.
And Ronnie's not trying to grope her or anything.
No, he's dancing.
I said she was having fun. I had no problems with it.
And then she grabs him. And there she goes. Puts her legs around him. Her whole asshole sticking up. Now Benji tries to put his arms around her to grab her away, and he can't.
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah. So he finally wrestles his girl away. And I stepped in. I said,
Howard, you know that's not. You know you just glossed over.
Okay. All right. I don't know. But no, listen, you had a good night. I'm proud of you.
I still want to ask you something, Howard.
Yeah. Go ahead. It's enough of this.
Now, listen, this is a whole nother subject. When my wife is 8 months pregnant, I got to whisper because she's upstairs. She's 8 months pregnant, right? And I really don't have sex when she's pregnant.
Of course not.
I don't know why. It just doesn't.
Why? Because she doesn't. Because
she's pregnant. Time?
Yeah, but listen. Now, last night I gave it to her. Now, I don't talk like this. I don't brag. It's not about bragging. My dick is big. Do you think it would hurt the baby if when I went up there like that?
No.
From the back?
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's what.
No, I think you.
I'm scared of.
No, from what I read, that the baby is nowhere near your dick.
Oh.
You know?
Because she said something smart, like you ain't got to worry about that. Like, like my dick ain't big. Like, she said, you ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
So maybe she was saying that either it was not big or I don't have to worry about it because it's not near the baby.
It's got nothing to do with that.
Oh.
I think it's something like a uterus it's in.
Oh. And another question. Because I was away. I was in Barbados. When you got a cat now?
No, Beth's picking one up today.
It's today.
Yeah.
But I thought you didn't like cats.
I do. I had a cat for years that I took in, when I lived on Long Island.
Howard,
man. What do you mean, Howard, man? Shut up, asshole. Because you don't make any concessions being with a woman and living in a house.
No, I do.
My wife wants a cat really badly. Listen, this is nothing I would do. I got a dog. It's enough for me. But she needs the cat, and so I'm gonna try and get into it. What can I tell you?
So what if she says I want another dog too?
Then I got to put my foot down a little bit.
No, she's already said that.
She's already said that, and I've said, look, I can't deal with that right now. It's a lot. When you live in the city, you got to arrange. You got to take the dog for walks. It's a whole deal. And,
you don't walk them yourself?
I do. That's my point.
But they also have jobs.
Yeah, I mean, it just adds. It's a lot of responsibility having a dog.
I finished walking my dogs. I got to walk them at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that it's a lot of responsibility. I don't want to go carry on with 2 dogs right now.
Yeah, I understand.
If I didn't have a job and a lot of I mean, yesterday I didn't get home till 7:30 at night with everything I got to do, and I don't have a lot of time for nonsense. When I came in the door, I came in like a grumpy monster.
And just imagine if somebody said, well, the dog needs to be walked.
I came in angry because I was angry. I said to Beth, you had a whole day at home. I haven't even put away my things. And then, I calmed down.
Yeah, because that would have got out of hand.
No, I'm just angry when I come home. And then all of a sudden you start saying, go walk the dog? I'll fucking leave. You'll never see me again.
See, that's the difference between you and I love Benji, trust me. But that's the difference between you and him. When that girl was in there yelling at him, I'm not telling him to curse her out or call her or slap her or nothing like that. But you cannot let a woman talk to you like that, Benji. I don't care what nobody says.
What are you talking about? When Tracy was talking to her?
Yeah. I heard that. I would never in my life let any woman talk to me like that.
Well, first of all, if you're a man, you don't let it escalate. You just say, look, Tracy, here's what I did. This girl's very hot, very sexy. I got no problem with what she did. And
yeah, I can't help it if you're not her.
That's right. And then you just see that's provoking.
You're not her?
Yeah, you don't. I gotta go. Enough of that. All right, thank you.
Come on, man. You know I'm trying to teach this guy to be a man.
All right, thank you, King.
Y'all gotta stop being like that.
But like what? I want to move on.
Come on, man. You gotta. You know that Howard already. I know you hold him back, but you know that you know that he's not supposed to let no woman talk to him like that.
No, it wouldn't get to that point. When I'm with no, the only woman who used to talk to me like that was my mother, and believe me, that's the last one that got away with it.
That's right. And I just want to say something else real quick. Gary and them, I love them too, but they were only upset at that girl for doing all that shit because their wives were there.
They weren't upset.
That's not true. I wasn't upset. I'm not mad. I thought it was inappropriate, but I'm not mad. It's not my part.
What Gary's point is, what Gary's point is, it's funny that Benji doesn't know that, like we said to him beforehand, we know the girl, we know her from the show. That's how Benji met her. She's a firecracker. She loves to have fun. She loves to be naked. And the guy said to Benji, do you really think that this is the appropriate place? All the wives are going to be there and the girlfriends and stuff that, you know, the long-term relationship types. And it's company party, blah, 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 blah kind of thing. And Benji goes, oh, no, she's absolutely appropriate. I mean, he doesn't know that.
I didn't hear all of that.
Yeah, my thing with Benji is, I'm not even mad at Benji, but I don't care about her at all. It's I can never get a straight answer out of Benji, and Benji still doesn't think anything weird happened.
He's not listening. You know, he won't even take in what's going on.
Right.
What did your wife say about her, Gary?
She said on Monday, she said, oh, did you talk about the hoe bag today? Yeah, but she wasn't like she didn't, we weren't at the party, and it wasn't like my wife was seething, or it wasn't like we were obsessed on her.
I was with your wife part of the time that I was around.
She wasn't, and we went home.
You see, that's what girls think of girls who do, you know, nice ladies who live in Connecticut don't think about girls they get very angry with girls like that.
Well, listen, I love Mary, but I don't think it's nice to call a woman that.
That's how, but Benji, okay, thanks, King.
Wait, let me just say one.
It's just too noisy with him. It's too early in the morning for his noise. What I'm saying, Benji, is that's what girls think. That's what you want to know what they say in private about, you know, they don't roll with those kind of girls. They don't like it. That's the behavior they don't want. You know, you can theorize all you want. They secretly want to be like her, or they wish they were her. But the bottom line is they don't like that. They look at girls like that as hoe bags.
Well, you know, I thought she was being nice to people. I'm not just
Benji,
talking about, like,
she never talked to another soul at the party.
Yes, she did, right?
You can be nice to people and act like a hoe bag. To me, she did both. She was very nice. But that doesn't mean she couldn't have done the other thing too, Benji. That's what you always. It's got to be one or the other.
If you watch her on that reality show, all the other girls had a problem with her. Same thing, because she's very provocative.
She's not provocative.
See the reaction you get? That's so, dude. You got to just embrace it. Girls are not going to like her.
A lot of girls like her that she's friends.
All right, but not the girls at the party who don't know her. You understand?
Of that group.
It's funny, the girl that was on the reality show almost killed her in here.
Yeah. They hated it. Yeah. It was like, and on the reality show, it was really even 10 times more intense. Your girl's wild. She's a wild child, man.
She has a wild side.
That's right.
But I don't think it's nice to call people names like that.
Well, listen, you ask Gary.
Wild
you ask people.
And Mary never meant for that girl to hear the name.
That's right. That was Mary in a private discussion with Gary.
Somebody asked me, and I said it, but I didn't bring it up until now.
Right, and I don't...
You don't think it's nice, but that's what goes on when a girl acts a certain way. Other girls are going to call her a hoe bag. That's how they react. That's why Tracy got so angry.
Well, my girl said it was unladylike to call her names like that.
You don't know that. She didn't. You haven't spoken to her about what Mary said.
I'm sure she didn't like that.
Right.
It doesn't mean she is a hoe bag, but that's how girls will perceive her.
Right. That's one person's perception.
But the one thing you can say is she decided to have a spotlight on herself. So she put herself out there to be critiqued.
It was kind of the way the whole thing got set up, which is my fault.
No, it's not. Because you guys I got to the party, you guys were sitting down, and you were quiet, and Mary and I came and talked to you for a while. We introduced ourselves, that was fine. And you could have stayed there quietly and still had fun. You could have gotten up and danced and everything, and nobody would have noticed. But she brought it to a level where you had no choice but to notice. And you can't blame that on us. We weren't staring at her, waiting for her to go nuts. She just did.
Wait a second. Listen, my girl's a firecracker, and that's how we roll.
There you go.
Now he's learning.
That's right. That's what you embrace it. You did perfect. That's it. You shut him up.
See? He can't counter that.
That's it.
And I want to say, I genuinely mean this. I am not jealous in the sense, like, if I were single, I would not have brought somebody like that to the party.
That's right.
So I don't
think you would have either.
But I'm not jealous. I'm really not jealous of Benji.
Right.
And I have no beef with her. I have more of a beef with you, and it's not even a beef. I just wish you would just be honest. It's hard to get the real Benji.
I'm really being honest.
By the way, the other thing...
My only problem is that was a party that was supposed to be wife-friendly. That's all. Yeah. I don't care what you do, Benji.
Right. Right. And Gary kind of warned him and said, maybe at a wife-friendly party you wouldn't bring this girl. And Benji goes, I think she'd be totally appropriate. And that's the funny part, because he really does.
He did think that, and he's defending it now, even though it turned out terribly.
Right.
I'm curious to what would be inappropriate in Benji's world.
I don't know.
How far down does that go on the depravity scale?
Sex on the table.
Right. I think if they were having sex on the table, it would have been wrong.
I mean, would it be like taking, 10-foot dildos and ramming them?
I think if what people had accused what happened, that no one saw, but they keep saying someone else saw, that would have been inappropriate.
All right, Joe, you're on the air.
Hello, Howard.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I think, I'll tell you the truth, I think Benji's the best thing that's ever happened in the show.
He was definitely the best thing that happened to the party.
Yeah, he was great.
Look at it all the week long. You've been talking about it. I mean,
there you go. See, he's contributing. Thank you. Bobo, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing there, Howard? First of all, you got to give a thumbs up to Doug Goodstein. He's a true professional. I mean, to go to a party and know to bring this camera. Okay, thank God for all these pictures. How soon will we be able to see all these hot photos of Benji's girlfriend?
I don't know, but Benji's girlfriend has been on Howard TV twice.
Yeah.
She's been naked and ridden a Sibian, actually.
But I'm sure people would love to see her at the party in action.
I don't know. I don't. Doug, when is that going to be on?
It went up last night. It's up
now, Bobo.
Yeah. Cool, good. I got to watch it.
It's all on
and
Howard
also,
TV.
Howard, the wild, sexy porn stars that's been on Howard TV is amazing. You know the double teaming that went on with this mother and daughter?
Yes.
The Strawberry Blonde. Richie Wilson was pulling her hair, and Will was smacking her ass. I mean, it was the greatest fucking thing to see.
Well, you're talking about that's part of the new special on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have to see that.
Absolutely. All right, Bobo, thank you. That's Howard TV, happening right now in... the proof is in the tape. There you go. Bobo, everybody. Yeah, here, I'm just looking at the email. Benji was really wrong at the party. I really can't believe how just plain rude a lot of the people are on the Howard Stern staff, but especially Benji. Anyone but a total moron knows that +1 is a discreet way of telling unmarried people that it's okay to bring their girlfriend or boyfriend, not just any random date that they feel like. And you don't have permission to insult the person hosting the party if you don't like that. Tough. It's a courtesy, not a requirement. You're not required to have a date at a party. Furthermore, a work party is just that, a work party. As Howard said, it's really a good thing to invite the husbands and wives who support their spouses in their work, like Sal's wife, etc. It's not a stripper party. Very tasteless, very tacky, very rude. Kind of unbelievable. I can't believe he doesn't understand that. Or maybe that's what makes him Benji. By the way, this one says Benji is no hunk. Benji is the most disgusting-looking creature on that show. And then to hear him talk about how handsome he thinks he is makes him all the more disgusting. Ick. This show has given him the ability to pick up a borderline retarded hot chick, and he is under the assumption that it is through his good looks and charm. You couldn't pay me to fuck him. And as for JD, I think porn has destroyed this poor boy's mind. He has these unrealistic expectations about women, sex, and relationships, and I absolutely blame this on porn. Believe me, I enjoy a good flick now and then, but in no way do I believe that it's reality. Well, that's a good point, too, about J.D. I didn't think about that.
But I have hope for him. I was comparing him to Richard Christie yesterday. Richard came to New York with the same affliction.
Right.
And he has outgrown it.
All right. Let's go to Todd. Todd, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. How you doing?
Hey, brother.
I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd say this, but I got to hear Mariah Carey. I can't get into this Benji shit anymore, man.
All right. Fair enough. Let me get to that. I forgot all about it. All right, Todd, you got it. All right. No more Benji shit. I'm with you. I was done with the Benji shit 10 minutes ago. Mariah Carey. So as I set it up, so they had this ridiculous